Boom.
Boom.
Have you ever held somebody down just a little bit longer thinking this needs to take?
No, someone did. So our associate pastor, Tim, was baptizing someone. This is fairly recently.
Yes, it was like last year, the year before last.
And they went down so hard, he went down with them.
It's like he suplexed him into the baptismal. They both fell in.
Yeah. It's like at the end of, was it Rocky 2, where Apollo Creed and Rocky both like hit each other and fall down at the same time?
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's a great example.
Double baptism, man.
I got to baptize Alex up in the mountains in that at the youth event.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't do it without his goggles on. So he's in there with like goggles on, and not as it was like one of those big hot tubs.
Yeah.
And I took him down, and he was just like, it was just so funny.
I baptized a kid once, and he had on like goggles and stuff like that.
Scuba Steve.
It was like a scuba.
It was Scuba Steve.
What do you call it when you float on top? Snorkeling. It was a snorkeling mask.
Oh, funny. So, and maybe just a little tidbit for our people watching online through Patreon, like getting baptized multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, like, this is the battle that we kind of are confronted with in the charismatic church.
Sure.
Where it's funny, they don't believe that most charismatics would say that baptism is symbolic. Some of them have sort of a mixed view, but it's an outward sign of an inward change.
Sure.
But then they also believe that there's healing.
It's an encounter.
It's an encounter with God. It's like the pool of Bethesda or whatever.
Or they feel like they just need to get recharged.
Yeah.
Like Nora has done that before. Where she's just like, I just think I want to do it again. I'm like, why? Did the first one not count?
Yeah.
I just, she's been feeling kind of down, and it's going to make her feel better.
And if it is purely symbolic, then doing it multiple times doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Right. But just like taking communion, if it's symbolic. Now there is a revival in North Georgia called the North Georgia Revival. Write that down. Where
creative.
They do baptisms. The Holy Spirit started like moving on people during baptisms, and so it's this huge deal. I know someone who's gotten healed. They came out of the water completely healed of like a really big disease.
Big one.
Tiff and I, I just didn't want to give away. You know what I'm saying?
She's had a really big disease as opposed to a small one. Okay, keep going.
The ointment wouldn't even
Man,
work.
your disease is kind of mid.
Yeah. You have moderately sized illness.
Tiff and I got baptized there. Now, was it a public confession of my faith? No. I've already done that, right?
So you've done it. You're one of them.
But it was an encounter with the Lord, and it was a sweet time in His presence, and I enjoyed it. Now, is that something every single time the baptismal pool is open, do we need to get baptized? I mean, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it was a cool encounter with God that
refreshing.
I had.
Well, that's why I think, and you've heard me just rant on a soapbox at this ad nauseum, but when we minimize sacramental encounters like communion, baptism, whatever else you would consider that, you don't give people an opportunity, like the same thing that they're looking for in that rebaptism, they could find in communion. That's what communion is for.
It's so hard, though, because in our culture, it's not seen as anything other than an exercise of
symbolism,
creativity. I mean, not creativity. Symbolism. It's just something we do once a month. It's just something. It's that month again. Sometimes I've heard people like, "Oh, we're just doing communion. I'm not going to go this week." Like it's so like I feel like it's in our culture though, like in our Christian culture, the Protestant little thing that we do, like it's just kind of.
I will say this.
Check box.
One thing that does bother me about the way we do baptisms is spontaneous baptisms.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Hey, anybody else out there?
Anyone else
baptized?
Anyone else want to jump in the pool?
Yeah.
And they're like, the Lord's just moving on me. I don't. To me, that's treating it like a little. That's just not what it's for.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I
think that's for the pastor.
If we elevated something like communion, which is here's the thing. I
feel the same way about testimonies?
Well, Like think of look at the symbolism in communion, the bread and the wine, nourishment to the body. It's spiritual food that sort of mirrors physical food, right? You need physical food regularly in order to have nourishment. And I think people, if they had a higher view of the Lord's Supper, they would realize I've been feeling down spiritually malnourished.
Yeah.
I can get spiritual nourishment in communion and have that same encounter that I think I'll get from getting baptized again right here. It's almost like God has made a sacrament for you when you feel that way.
Yeah.
But our problem is how we teach
Or
on it.
if you're just feeling down, take your meds.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I know you were feeling better, and that's why you stopped taking them.
Sometimes I just wear a tinge unit.
Sometimes you just wear a lucha mask and walk around the house in your
That
underwear.
happens a lot.
All right.
what are we
next?
doing? What are we doing?
What's next?
Did I ever tell y'all about?
See, we're trying to add value to our Patreon listeners right now.
Hey, we did a road trip with Alex thing, and I took a luchador mask, and we're driving through like middle of nowhere, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I had the luchador mask on, and there was a car. We were about to pass it, and so I put it on, and I was just like, I was in the passenger seat just like this.
Yeah.
And we drove past. It was a car full of Mexicans.
Oh, no.
I mean, like 5 like kids in the back. None of them had seatbelts on. There weren't enough seatbelts. And so they saw me and they were like, "Oh my god!" Like they're like waving at me and like banging on the
So
window.
they didn't think you were appropriating the culture.
Yeah.
No, they thought I was a luchador. They
Yeah.
thought I was a legit. Like they were. I've
That's
never
awesome.
seen someone so excited to see me.
Yeah.
Like,
That's awesome. All right, so next we got Life's a Preach. Dude.
Okay. This is gonna be good.
I thought that was my phone. I was like, what was that?
Oh, not long.
All right, guys, let's roll. Let's do this.
Do it.